Welcome back, everyone! This is Jaronitis bringing you Feed the Beast 1.6 Pandemicraft! I meant to say Pandemicraft. Today we're starting at episode 25. This is my new mining facility. I was donated a applied energistic system, and by God, I'm going to make use of it. So I immediately came out to the deep dark and set up 4 ender quarries, all at the same time. And, wow, they're actually not running very well on the power supplied. I wonder why that is. They were running great on the power supplied earlier. Well, I still got plenty of lava, but whichever. They'll continue to run. I guess I just need to add more generators. I'm running 32 generators here to power these, but oh well. That's fine. We'll get back into that here in a little while. Just to let you guys know, this is where all my vast, amazing, large amounts of supply is going to be coming from. So, yay. Now that I've showed you that, we can go back and I'll show you what I've been in the middle. Oops, wrong way. I saw that. By the way, you might notice that I'm flying again. In the last episode, I explained how flight was removed because of advanced genetics. And with advanced genetics gone, I needed to find a way to be able to fly again. Well, it turns out that you can fly using, wait for it, mariculture. Ironically enough, the mod that I've been messing with and learning about and showing you guys also has a creative mode of flight. Isn't that awesome? So I needed to be able to fly, and mariculture provided me a way. I think that is entirely special. So, wow, I am not making power as fast as I'm using it. That's concerning. I'm going to have to do some more work. I'll get into that in a little bit. I'll figure out why. Oh yeah, our division sigil barrel. Because ever since I made this room, people have taken it upon themselves, 33 nether stars, to kill multiple withers in this location. A prime example will be set now. I'm not really certain if I want to be involved in this exactly. This looks like kind of a crazy thing to do. Are you guys going to be able to place enough of them before it all blows up?
Easy, we had heaps of time left before. I mean, we just need to walk backwards in a line.
Okay, well then I will allow you guys to do it. I'm going to step outside and not die.
Have fun.
I'm standing here watching. Go for it. Let's see this.
3, 2, 1, go.
You actually managed to place them all.
So much time.
Alright, hang on a second. I want to try something.
Wow.
That should have given me a strength 4.
Did you crash or left?
I
left in the middle of it.
I had to because it was causing issues.
Question, do these guys have armor that you're aware of? Or is it just massive hit points?
I assume they have
I think it's
armor.
just massive hit points.
Alright, I'm going to go in real quick with the Pandemic Poker that bypasses armor with my strength 4 on, and I'm just going to poke a couple of them real quick. Alright, you ready?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh my god!
Oh wow.
I can't even tell! I'm seeing health bars moving, but I don't know! Oh no, they're dropping like flies!
Yeah.
Ow.
Whoops.
There's a whole lot of stuff. Well, at least we killed them all before I start blasting at people.
Oh god, did my stuff get destroyed?
No. We killed them before they got the fire stuff.
What happened?
Picked up.
Rick, I know you were aggravated, but golly, man. Now that you have seen that spectacular display, you can understand why we have so many nether stars and all that other stuff. So yeah, it's pretty. It's actually hilarious, but we're not going to get into that. All right, so in between episodes, I set up the Emmy system, as you can see. I'm powering the Emmy system with my lava generators, and that's not going to fly for very long. We're going to have to do something better than that. That's why I decided to go ahead and run the Ender Quarries while I had the chance. Go ahead and get as many supplies as I could built up. That way, when I go to make the next thing, I'll have plenty of supplies. So I also went ahead and built the Applied Energistics Auto Crafter because that was necessary. And the 5 ME drives that Max provided, well, no offense to Max, were not quite enough. I had to go ahead and make another 9. 12. Another 12. I can't count, don't worry, but it's okay. So I wound up making a whole bunch of extras, and now I have a whole bunch of stuff. Did you catch all that? You've seen my entire inventory now, so there you go. Alright, so we're going to go upstairs real quick and see how the fish are doing. I changed things at... Excuse you, I did not want to go up to the 3rd floor yet. That's next. But I've changed things up just a little bit. I've made one giant tank and put in multiple fish breeders. I'm currently only running 4 of them because I just don't have it all set together yet. I'm running stingrays. Stingrays are running because they provide not the water droplets, because those are not as useful, but they provide the poison droplets, which are used to make some of the upgrades. So we've got those running there and these running here. We can also get spider eyes. I don't know why stingrays would drop spider eyes. Maybe I need to do some aquatic research. Oop, these are done. Sweet. These drop regeneration droplets, which are also going to be very useful. And then we also have the incubator, which is going to do its thing. Do I have any more eggs to throw in it? Yes, I do. Alright, so we throw the eggs into the incubator, and the incubator is going to burn through these eggs. I have made some advanced kinetic upgrades, and I've also made a ultimate heating upgrade. The ultimate heating upgrade just required a whole bunch more stuff, which I've given it. So that is good to go. Just for the sake of fun, you know what? Let's go ahead and... Whoops, raw damselfish there. Male damselfish. Male damselfish. Female. Female. Excellent. So we can go ahead and throw these back in here and let them run so they can continue to produce drops. And we will store the drops here. 3 regeneration drops are awesome. You don't usually get those very often. And I'm going to need more food at some point, but that's okay. I'll get into that eventually. For now, we'll toss these into the raw fish section, and we will get back to this. Now, I am doing this manually at the moment because I don't really have a better way to do it. You know, I've got the fish that I'm putting in manually, and I've got the food that I'm putting in manually, and I really want to automate this a little bit better. That way I can have the fish continuing to go. I'm going to try to do it one way, but ultimately I'm going to use Applied Energistics because that's going to be the most useful and best way to do it. However, and yes, I will show you this here shortly because this is my auto fishing sorting system, which is in the middle of its process, but I'm still working on the rest. And I actually have my charged fishing rod that I have to take with me. You might notice that I have a resonant flux capacitor. Das Renshin came over and she said, hey, let me help you with some power. And she put this in to help run the incubator because I hadn't had the incubator hooked up to power yet. And she left it here. And I'm going to return it to her at any given moment. But in the meantime, while she's offline, I'm going to carry it around, making sure that I don't forget that that needs to be done. Anyway, so to automate the fish, I need to be able to access these fish feeders without having to actually get down in there and disrupt the tank. Okay, so I want to be able to access them but not disrupt the tank. So disrupting the tank will be placing a bunch of blocks in there and so on. So I'm going to try to get into the beginnings of Thaumcraft so that we can go ahead and get to the transvector interface, which will let me access those blocks, I hope, and function in that way. So we're going to go ahead and get started. Okay, it's just rain. We're going to get started into Thaumcraft now, and I I don't know how many people know how Thaumcraft works, so let's just do a... I'm going to do a basic setup here. Why do I have that? Alright, so in the basics of Thaumcraft, what we need to start out with is going to be some tables. Here they are. I'm going to need 3 of course. Why would I possibly have the right stuff there? Okay, let's see. Oh wait, I can just do this. And tell it, make me some more planks. Alright, so now we can go ahead and make some extra tables. Excellent. So now we also are going to need some bookshelves. Or a bookshelf, so we can make... Oh, wait, I already have the Thermonomicon. I don't need to make the Thermonomicon. Well, I'll make an extra Thermonomicon for those of you who don't know how to make it. Then the other thing we're going to need is some iron. And we're going to need to break the iron down into nuggets. Okay, so that we can make some wand caps. We will take the iron, make nuggets, and get 2 wand caps. And then we will need a stick. And we will go ahead and... Ooh, I wonder if I can use this stick. Will it make a red wand? Nope, doesn't work. Well, it was worth a try. Make me a stick. And then we start out with the basic iron-capped wooden wand. Okay, so we're going to take the iron-capped wooden wand, and we are going to place the bookshelf in the world. And we will right-click the bookshelf with the wand, and that is going to make ourselves a Thermonomicon. Okay, the Thermonomicon is the beginning and the basics of how this stuff works. Okay, the second thing we're going to do is we are going to put these tables out, and we're going to make them into functional things. Now, for now, I'm going to put these down here because I don't have the 3rd floor ready yet. When you have these out, take your wand and right-click it on a single one, and that is going to make you the arcane work table. Okay, and then for this one, we're going to need it to be the research table, and the research table is going to require some scribing tools. I think I should have everything necessary for scribing tools. Where? There we go, scribing tools. Scribing tools are just, well, we can use it like this. Ink sac, feather, and a glass bottle. Seriously, I don't have any feathers? Oh, wow, I don't have any feathers. Does anybody have any feathers handy?
I've got them in my work, in my Emmy system, but I'm not at home.
Oh, you're not at home. Okay. I need to find and slay a chicken. This, in theory, won't take long, but who knows, right? So let me go find a chicken and slay it, and we'll be back. Alright, well, I couldn't find a chicken, but I could find Levi, and I killed him, and he dropped feathers. I don't understand why he would drop feathers when I killed him, but I did, and thank you.
You're welcome.
You see, I didn't hurt him, I pat him on the head because he's a good boy. Alright, so now we have scribing tools, and we can go ahead and make this into a research table. Okay, and ooh! I don't remember scanning a bunch of things. I thought that the research that was... Levi, quit with the nicknames. He's a good boy. So it turns out that there are people on the server who have already delved into Thaumcraft. Actually, there are people who have already completed Thaumcraft in the research section. And they happen to have given me a Tome of Knowledge. The Tome of Knowledge is... now, I've never had the opportunity to use one of these before because I've never had one before. We've never had it on the server. Where is the Tome of Knowledge? It should show me in here the Tome of Knowledge and how to make it. Here it is, Tome of Knowledge. Nope, that's the Thermonomicon cheat sheet. And you can't make that unless you're cheating. Okay, so that means it's in here. Here we go. The Tome of Knowledge Sharing requires the Thermonomicon, some paper, and a thing of scribing tools. What are you throwing into my inventory?
sugar and torches.
Are you a sweet boy? Is that what you're trying to say? Hey, how much power armor do you have? Can you survive a hit from me? Let's find out.
I don't think so. Oh, yeah, I can.
I wasn't wearing the strength amulet. Okay, so anyway, it turns out. Well, let me see. Is there any?
I
Okay, so with
damage.
the Tome of Knowledge sharing, I was given all of the research for Thaumcraft, so I don't have to do it again. Ha, it's so nice to not have to do research. That being the case, I can actually just go ahead and make stuff. And I actually do have some stuff that I want to make. So I thought I was going to have to go around scanning things. Let's look in here and see, is there any aspects that I don't have? I don't think there is. Well, cool. That means that we can just go ahead and go straight forward into what I want to... Oh, no we can't. No, we can't. I wish we could, and I thought we could, but we need to go into the Thermonomic tinkering section because we want to make a transvector interface. Okay, transvector interfaces are actually not too hard to make. You just need arcane stone block, which is just any shard surrounded by any kind of smooth stone. Okay, and one of each of the aspects, which is not a big deal. It's actually quite easy to make. But we also need to be able to make multiples of these, and we're also going to need a transvector binder so that we can bind them together. Okay, so that means that I need to go and I need to fill my wand. Okay, my wand can only hold 25V of each, so I'm going to need to do this multiple times. So I'm going to go ahead, find some nodes, and I'm going to go ahead and fill my wand. Actually, I'll probably make a couple of extra wands so that I can go ahead and fill, because I don't think anyone has a wand recharging station yet. Ironically enough, lots of research done, no wand recharging stations, no aura nodes being captured and moved around. So go figure, right? So I'm going to go ahead and take a break real quick and go find some place to charge some wands, and we'll come back when we're ready to actually put this together. So we'll be back in just a second. And we're back. I managed to go ahead and get these wands mostly filled up. You might notice I've got some golden swords in my inventory. I've been killing things in the nether. It's always a fun thing to kill things in the nether. So I've got this one filled almost all the way up. I'm missing some ordo. And this one is missing, actually has no ordo whatsoever. Ordo seems to be the sticking point for this particular... Dadgummit, stupid walrus. I'm trying to walk and I can't walk because there's a walrus in my path. Can't imagine why. Can you? Yeah, I know you did that. You seem to have this thing with the walrus watching me do everything. Oh, wait, I need a shard. I forgot. Wow, there's definitely a lot more earth shards than any other shards in the area that I'm running my quarries. Alright, so that should make us enough of this stuff. We're going to need 18 should be plenty. I don't want to overdo it because I don't have much in the way of the supplies necessary to do this, and I don't need all this stuff. Good. Alright, and where'd my Thermonomicon go? Come here. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and make the transvector interface, which is going to require the arcane stone block, which I just made 18 of, so that should make us plenty of these. Some lapis, redstone, and ender pearls. So let's go ahead and grab that stuff real quick. Lapis, redstone, and ender pearls. And we should be able to throw this together. Hopefully we'll be able to make... I want to make at least 4 of these because that's how many fish things I have going at the moment. So let's see. It was ender pearls, lapis, and redstone with the arcane stone block around the outside, right? Yes, it was. Oh, excellent. Just enough for 4. Nope, insufficient V. Let's try this one. insufficient V for the second. And of course, the one thing I don't have enough of is ordo, and that's the one thing this thing requires. Oh, that sounds about right. Well, we have two of them for now. So let's go ahead and we're going to make the transvector binder, which is just 2 pieces of iron, a stick, and an order shard. This is all about order. I'm finding that this is the way it's going to be. I need to be able to find a way to take the order shards, which I also have very few of. Wow, I'm like really impressed with how few of these I have. We're going to keep all this stuff in my inventory because I will be making more of these. And we're going to need a stick, stop that, and some iron. What's with the turtle? Preparing to get down. Oh, good God, you've got him dancing. Are you having fun, sir?
Yes, I am.
You like being on my videos, huh?
Yep.
I've noticed that you've tended to hang around a bit. The turtle is for Earth. That's it. Something seems wrong about that. Whatever. Anyway, so let's go ahead and get these transvector interfaces and let's get them put in place. Because we are almost out of time for the episode and I want to see these work. So I'm going to go ahead and put these up on the walls here. Mainly because I need to have them available to do stuff. Alright, so what we want to do is first we want to collect that, and then we want to, well, it let me bind it, so that's a good sign. Excellent. So now the question is, will this actually work? Oh, good. These are done, and these are done. Sweet. Alright, good. So now what I need to do is I need to get a way to pull these. Let's see. I'm going to need a couple of chests. I'm going to need some items. I wonder if I have any of those chests on me. I've got the item ducts, and I've got the pneumatic servos, so that's no big deal. I don't need that anymore, so that's no big deal either. So let's see. We're going to go ahead and get... Why do I have an upgrade? Standard heating upgrade and advanced hyperkinetic. These are supposed to be in the upgrades chest. I don't know why they're in here. Whichever. Let's go grab a couple of chests. And we're going to go ahead. Golden chests. They'll work. We'll put a pair of golden chests. And we're going to go ahead and use... You know what? Let's go ahead and see if hoppers will work. Just because. I want to see if these are going to be possible to function. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to take these chests and we're going to put them out next to these. Actually, you know what? Let's put them behind them. Behind them seems like a better place. Alright, so now, in theory, I should be able to hook the hopper in like that. Oh, cool, it works. Alright, so now that we know that that works, we need to run things out of here. Okay, so let's go ahead and we're going to put some item ducts, if it'll let me. Over to here. And in theory, we should be able to go ahead and hook this in here. Excellent. So now we're going to go ahead and put some pneumatic servos here and here. And where's my wrench? Ooh, actually, this will work out even better than better. Okay, good. So we'll leave this one on in, and we'll put this one to out. And we'll put this one to out as well. So now what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to get in here. I'm going to grab an egg. And in here, we're going to go to whitelist, and we're going to whitelist. No, we don't want to do that either. Ooh, this is going to be a little bit trickier than I thought. Okay, we're going to whitelist eggs. Okay, and since there are none, we should be able to go ahead and turn this on, and nothing will be pulled out. Excellent, good. So now we can go ahead and do the same over here, and we're going to whitelist fish eggs, and turn it on, and nothing will be pulled out. Oh, no, wait, that one had an egg, so the egg does get pulled out. Same with this. We put the egg in here, and boom, the egg gets pulled out, and now it's going to be sent over to the incubator, which is going to go ahead and take care of that. Excellent, this is working good. All right, so the other thing that we need to do is we need to go ahead and get some fish out of here and have them continue to go in over here. So we pulled a front one and a rear one. Yes, we did. Okay, good. So we need to run Levi.
Yes,
I'm trying to record.
I know.
You're distracting me.
I'm so sorry.
I don't know that I believe you. Call it a hunch. Why are these things being so tough to place tonight? Alright, and that's going to go there, to here, to there. Now, the only thing that I'm going to have it pull out of these... Oh, no, wait. Dang it, I'm doing this wrong. I am lining this up badly. I don't have time to try to correct this right now. Let me put this together real quick, and I will show you how it's going to work when we're done, because we're out of time for the episode. So I'm going to cut real quick, finish running these, and we'll be back to show you the final functioning product right before we close the episode. So I'll be back in just a second. Alright, so now that we've got this put together, let me show you how this is going to work out. Basically, what we have over here is going to be the fish food section. Okay, I'm going to toss fish food in here, and because it has sectioned out to pull fish food is going to be pulled up through here. It's going to be passed along this pipe and into the side of the transvector interface here on both of these. That is going to go ahead and fill both of these with fish food. This one has 21, and this one has no extra. So that should run its course, go off along here, and head in over there. Now, while that's happening, I went ahead and got these. Now, this is only going to work since I'm not breeding fish. I'm just running fish to try to get their drops. We'll get into how to automate breeding fish later. So the eggs that got put in here are going to produce fish. Okay, since they're fish of the same type, then we're going to only wind up with stingrays and damselfish, right? So I went and I put in the... You know, I'm deleting the walrus. That's all there is to it. Okay, so this is only going to pull male and female stingrays and male and female damselfish. They are whitelisted. Okay, so we're going to change this to activated, and we're going to go ahead and flip it, and that should pull one of each type. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's probably going to pull more because it's being stupid. But it's okay, it will backlog those because reasons. So now this should get pulled in here. Now over here, I have set it so that, there we go. These wind up coming back out because this is only allowed to have male and female damselfish go into it. So now we should have stingrays. Why do we have stingrays? Stingrays aren't supposed to be able to go in there. Did I do something wrong? No, I didn't. Damselfish. Damselfish, not stingrays. What wound up in this one? Damselfish. How did I do that? It's exactly backwards.
You might have blacklisted them instead of whitelist.
No, it's whitelist.
That's weird.
They're both whitelist. and yet it put them backwards. And the only reason it makes a difference is because the damselfish and the stingrays have different needs. The damselfish needs cooler waters, and the stingray requires ethereal waters, and that's what helps them run. Well, at least the food is going in right. Huh. I will have to troubleshoot this and see why it did that. You understand the basic concept. I'll have to figure out what's going on and why it's doing that. But once I figure that out, we should have fish that will completely run as long as I had put enough fish food in there to keep them running. This is a mess. I know it's a mess. That's why when I get back into this, I'm going to go ahead and run applied energistics to this, and we're just going to have it run that way, and that way we can know exactly what's going where and when. So until next time, this is Jarenitis signing off on episode 25 of Pandemicraft. Like me if you like me, subscribe if you want to see what craziness I get into next, and remember, help spread the gaming. Just so you guys know, I did figure out the problem and it is now running smoothly. The problem that I was having is that all these fish have the same ID number, 20512. They all say the same thing, okay? So that's using metadata is not going to do anything because that's not damage value. Using NVT data, it has to do with what the actual thing is, not what the number on it is. So by switching these that only allow the damselfish in, by switching these over to use NVT data, now it actually differentiates between the damselfish and the stingrays. So now it will actually function and work correctly. Just wanted to let you guys know that because I will forget before next episode. Help spread the gaming.